You're a programmer and you've spent countless hours staring at a screen, debugging code, and wondering why that semicolon decided to ruin your life. But what if I told you there's a tool that could be your new best friend? Or your worst enemy, depending on how you look at it. Enter GitHub's Copilot, an AI-powered code assistant that's been making waves in the developer community. Copilot is essentially an AI pair programmer that helps you write new code and understand and work with existing code faster. It's like that smart kid in class you always wanted to be paired with, except it doesn't judge you for not knowing your Python libraries inside and out. According to a 2023 article on GitHub's blog, developers code up to 55% faster while using Copilot. They also claim that on average, 46% of a developer's code is generated by GitHub Copilot across all programming languages, which suggests that nearly half of the code in a typical project could be written with the assistance of this AI tool, highlighting its utility and influence in modern coding practices. So is GitHub's Copilot the future of coding, or is it just another tool that promises more than it delivers? All right, let's get into the real meat and potatoes. How does it work? How do you actually use this thing? And how does it actually perform in the wild? GitHub Copilot is powered by OpenAI's Codex model and is designed to work with several programming languages and frameworks. The tool is integrated into Visual Studio and offers AI-assisted development features like context-aware code completions, suggestions, and even entire code snippets. It also has a feature called Fill in the Middle, which offers developers better craft prompts for code suggestions. It's trained on a vast dataset of publicly available code from GitHub repositories, providing real-time suggestions as you type, or even when you write a natural language comment describing what you want the code to do. First up, the good stuff. Copilot can write Python code for zipping and unzipping files. Imagine you're working on a project that requires a lot of file manipulation. You type a comment like unzip the file, and Copilot generates Python code to handle that task. You can also write a comment like create a tic-tac-toe game, and Copilot spits out the code for the game logic, the board, and even the win conditions. Want to get the price of a cryptocurrency? Just write your requirements in a comment, and Copilot will generate the code to fetch the price for you. And if you're into data science, Copilot can even write machine learning code. For front-end developers, Copilot can neatly write HTML tags for you, and it even offers different suggestions based on the context, so you're not stuck with just one option. So, you can focus more on your experiments and less on writing code, which is a win-win unless you actually enjoy the tedious parts of coding. Now let's talk about the not-so-great parts. While Copilot can write regular expressions for you, which is a godsend for those who find regex as comprehensible as ancient hieroglyphs, it's not always accurate. Most devs who have been using it conclude that Copilot is not suitable for junior developers. The AI can sometimes make senseless suggestions or incorrect code predictions that only an experienced developer would recognize and avoid. Another issue is security. The tool can introduce security vulnerabilities into your code. If you're not an expert, you might not even realize the risks you're taking by using Copilot's suggestions. Also, Copilot doesn't test the code it generates. So if you're not careful, you could end up wasting a lot of time debugging and correcting errors that Copilot introduced. It's like having a GPS that occasionally directs you into a lake. Overall, a reasonable verdict is that Copilot is best for writing boilerplate code, automated tests, and other tedious or repetitive tasks. Perhaps with good enough planning and direction, it can actually go beyond writing simple applications, but results will be very mixed and will require human supervision. There are also a growing number of competitors such as Tabnine and AWS Code Whisperer, as well as several open source and free alternatives. So with increased competition, we may see improved accuracy and additional functionality. The jury's still out on Copilot, but one thing's for sure. It's changing the way we look at programming. For now, let's just say Copilot is like having a Swiss Army knife that has a screwdriver, a knife, and a bottle opener. But sometimes you really need a hammer.